Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. So we have another car video because I'm a multitasker. But anyways, as I got in the car this morning, I usually have my conversation with Source and say, how do you want to use me today? What message do you want to deliver to whoever might be, the receiver of one of my messages, somebody on my Instagram or my YouTube or my Facebook or whoever listens to my messages. What do they need to hear? What do we all need to hear? What is the collective energy? What's going on? And the message I got this morning before I even left the house was to trust and have faith. I'm like, that was last week's message. Like, what the heck? Like, can we come up with something fresher than that? And I'm like, why we keep honing in on faith and trust and stuff? And then another thing is that came to my mind, so I figured, okay, this has somehow has to tie into that's so funny because I'm talking about synchronicities. I'm about to talk about synchronicities and numbers, and there's 3 8s right there. So I always 3 8s on that license plate, and I just saw the same exact number, 3 8s, like 2 seconds before I turned the video on. My point is that I am receiving signs and synchronicities from my guides all of the time, and that's just because my body is lighter. I eat right, I tune in, I've learned how to enhance my intuition, and I'm going to get back to the point, but I just want to briefly touch on how do you start receiving signs and synchronicities and all that stuff. You're receiving them all the time, but you're not noticing them because you're distracted. You're receiving these signs that you're on the right track. And for me, I would say in 2012 is when I started to become fairly conscious about my health, and I've been pretty conscious, but not insane about it. But lately it's been a lot better. I used to be able to just down a whole pack of cookies like it was nothing, and now I try to stay away from sugar. I still for instance, yesterday I made my own dessert dish because I'm a sweets person. I still eat dark chocolate. I'll cover dark chocolate with peanuts. I'll still do things that I enjoy doing in terms of eating and stuff. There's another one. And so I'm still enjoying my life. I'm not cutting out every single thing because I feel we still need to live our lives. And if we're being really paranoid about what we're eating all the time, that paranoia is the energy we carry with it. What you think about what you eat is more important than what you're actually eating. And I think a lot of people don't recognize that either. I mean, what you're eating is important. You want to have a light body to be able to have a keen intuition. If you're putting dense food in your body, it's very difficult to tap into your intuition the way that you would like to, in the way that it can guide you in life and bring you down the path that is going to serve your highest good. For instance, I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian, I don't want to label myself. I want to do whatever I feel guided to do in any given moment. I do eat meat from time to time. I do have cheese from time to time, but I don't overdo it. Mostly I just juice and eat monstrous salads, and I have different supplements that I take too. And then I eat I have kids. I'll eat whatever's left over on their plate or snacks or whatever. Kids eat sugary things all the time, but that's aside from the point. The point I'm trying to make is if you eat a piece of meat, the amount of energy it takes for your body to process that and exit it through your body and dispel it, it takes a lot of energy. It's very dense. It makes your body dense. And if you were to take for instance, spirulina, it's the highest protein food in the entire world, basically. And all this is an algae, but they can put it into a powdered form. It's very good for you. It's full of chlorophyll. It's plant-based protein. And just so you know, protein from meat is the casein protein, and protein from plants is a different type of protein. There's different types of protein. If you read oh my gosh, what was that book? I can't even think about it. I can't even think of the name of it. Anyway, there's a book that breaks all this down, and there's a lot of science behind it. What is that movie? it's Forks Over Knives, but there's a movie that there's a book that went with it. But anyways, it breaks all that down, the different types of proteins and all that. But my point is, it takes a lot of energy to break down a piece of meat, or like carbs and stuff like that, which all gets turned into sugar. And if you took like a spirulina pill that dissolved in your stomach, or because you can take it in supplement form, which I think is easier because it doesn't taste good, but some people will do like wheatgrass shots or like spirulina shots and stuff, where you just put the powder in some water and drink it, and it immediately gets absorbed into your bloodstream, and you don't have to use all this energy to process it at all, and you get like mega doses of vitamins. It's a superfood, and you don't have to, you do it once, like, it's so simple. But my point of the matter is we want our bodies to be light, because if we're dense and we're just like, we got the itis like after Thanksgiving type of stuff, and that's how we eat all the time. Another 7s, I'm sorry, I see numbers all day. But I see what the heck are those called, palindromes, where it reads the same way forward as it does backwards. I see those, and then I see groups of 3, and then I see specific numbers that have different meanings to me personally. But anyways, my point is like, if we're going to be able to tune into our intuition and receive synchronicities and signs and all these things, we have to have a light body. So just be more conscious about the way you're eating. Don't be like crazy and label yourself and judge others if they're not a part of that group, and like, stop taking it there. What you think about what you eat is the most important thing. And if I know that, you know, eating a piece of meat is going to take more energy, I'm probably only going to eat like meat, like if starting out like maybe like once a week or once every couple weeks, or just like be conscious about it. You don't have to like up and like just try to be this perfect spiritual person. Like, it's not about that. Everything is a process, and it's doing what your body tells you to do. Like, there are some people that meat benefits them for certain reasons. We can't put everybody in a box. I think that's in spirituality, we're trying to get away from trying to put everyone in a box. And there's a big portion in the spiritual community where people are very judgmental, and they think everybody needs to follow these rules and heal in this way. How is everybody supposed to heal in the same way when they weren't traumatized or they didn't go through the same experience? 3s. Swear to God, 3 3s. What are the chances? Like, almost every single car that passes me. But anyway, my point is, the universe is just laughing right now. My guides are just laughing right now because they think they're playing with me. They do that a lot. They like to joke around. They're silly. And that's what once you start getting to know like your spirit guides and stuff, and the older you get, the more that kind of adds to your collection. You can get up to, most people get between like 15 and 20 spirit guides by the end of their lifetime. You start out with like 1 main spirit guide, and then I think when you're between like 3 and 5, you'll get another one, and then like certain stages of your life. Everybody's different. And then you'll learn more about, as you progress in your spiritual journey, you'll learn more about this kind of stuff. But anyways, the point that the universe was trying to make was like, I was like, why are you giving me the same message to give on faith and trust and all that stuff? And I was like, and how are spirit numbers going to help me be on my path? This is what I was asking my guys this morning. How are they going to help me on my path? It's just a clump of numbers. Like, how does that help me? Yes, it validates that you're with me all the time. A lot of different synchronicities validate that you're with me all the time, but how does that help me? And they're like, that's just it. It keeps your faith alive. It keeps your trust alive. You trust that I'm with you. You trust that I'm going to be there. You trust that, you know, you can always tap into your intuition, your higher self, to receive all the answers that you need. And faith is more important than me giving you the answers to the path, because the answers are already there. If you have that faith and that trust, and you see all these synchronicities because you have a light body and you can tap into your intuition at any point in time, and it brings you all the answers that you need, that is why the synchronicities are important, because they help you hold that faith down, that trust down, and that's what helps you tap into your intuition and your light body and everything. Not tap into your light body, but you have a light body, so you can tap into your intuition and receive all the information you need to head down the right path. And I was like, that makes so much sense. Now I'm even more appreciative of all the signs and synchronicities that come to me along the way. And this message is so crucial, because faith and trust and all of these things that we think are just like, really, more sevens right here. I'm sorry, I have to show you because they're trying to prove a point right now. It's so much more important than knowing every little detail of what's going to happen in your future. You have to surrender. You have to have that faith, and you have to let go and just let it happen in every moment. Let every moment be what the next step is. You can't get out your day planner, put on your spectacles, and start planning out your month or your week or your day. You have to let your intuition guide you. And that's what, everybody that thinks synchronicities are like, who cares? It's just a clump of numbers. It's just this, it's just that. Like, so what? Two of the same thing happen, like, close in time to each other. So what? You're having a synchron. So what? Like, what does that mean? It means that you have a fucking team of guides that are on your side at all times, helping you through this. And all you have to do is talk to them. All you have to do is ask questions. All you have to do is tap into your intuition. Take care of yourself. Be easy on yourself so you're able to tap into your intuition. We have to, be more conscious of the way we speak, the way we eat, the way we do everything, the way we interact with others, the way we interact with people when we get frustrated and when we're driving, or when we're at the store and we're standing in line with others. Are we making friendly conversation? Are we being nice? Are we smiling? Are we being impatient because something isn't going right at the checkout counter and you're behind somebody that's taking too long? Like, how are we interacting with other people? That is what affects our vibration. That is what affects everything. Your vibration is everything. The way you that's why I said the way you think about what you eat is more important than what you're actually eating, because the way we think about anything is more important. You'll see people, I've seen very, very spiritual people that they eat, like, they don't eat strictly vegan and get really uptight about things. They go to different restaurants and order, meat and whatever every once in a while. They live their lives and they're not hard on themselves about it. People who eat one cheat meal and they're like beating themselves up about it, what's hurting you more than the food that you put in your body? The way you think about the food that you put in your body. The way you think and the way you feel is what your vibration is. It's what your vibration is. How you feel and the way you feel on a moment-to-moment basis. How you feel emotionally. That is what's going to affect how you manifest things in your life. The way you felt shitty about what you just ate can affect you manifesting abundance or anything in your life. It's not just about food and health. The way you think about everything affects another thing. Everything is interconnected. So if you're struggling in one area, it could affect other areas, because it's bringing your vibration down. That's why when Abraham Hicks talks about feeling good is how you get into the receiving mode and allow things into your life. You have to allow them in just by feeling good, and you have to learn how to feel good. You have to learn how to think about things differently. You have to learn how to not be a victim. If something bad happens to you, you don't blame it on everyone else. Even if in the 3D you see it as being their fault, and maybe they did do something wrong, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you attracted that in your life. You're responsible for it. Yeah, I feel like a lot of times we just don't take responsibility for things. And that's, what? Say someone did something to you and you're saying they made you feel a certain way. You made you feel a certain way because of the way you responded to whatever they did. You have a choice to be unfazed. You have a choice to sit in peace. You have a choice to not react. You always have a choice. But I kind of got off on a tangent. But the message that I really just wanted everyone to get and to receive was that these signs and synchronicities aren't anything. These are just your guides. Like, for me, I'm so appreciative whenever I get signs and synchronicities. I get excited. I think it's fun. I get them all day long. So it's just like stupid little things to be excited about, but they're not stupid. But a lot of people, I feel like even, and I just noticed this with my significant other, like, he doesn't think it's a big deal. Like, he's just like, oh yeah, whatever, like and he's a spiritual person, but he's, he doesn't get as excited as me when I like get a synchronicity or something, or see numbers or whatever. He just laughs, like. But like, that's just it. Like, that's the relationship I've built with my guides, where like they like to do little things and to excite me, or like play a little trick on me, like hide something that I'm looking for, and like, see, how do you think, how's she gonna react to this? Like, just stupid little things, but they're not stupid to me. Like, I have fun all day long waiting to see what's gonna happen next. And that's the thing about faith. Like, you have to surrender and let go of whatever future outcome that you're holding this expectation for. You just have to let go. Let go of any expectations. It's cool to have dreams. It's awesome to do vision boards. It's great to do all those things. But the universe knows what you want. And just let go of the outcome and try to make wherever you're living right now, like, an awesome place, or whatever job you're in right now, as awesome as you possibly can make it. The universe knows if you don't want to be there. The universe knows if you don't want to be in that setting, and it's okay. You still got to make the best of the moment, and the better you feel about where you're at right now, sorry, I'm in a tunnel, the more likely you're going to manifest a different job, or a different home, or a different relationship, because you're being grateful and appreciative and showing gratitude for what you have right now. Complainers don't manifest a lot more than what they're complaining about. They just keep manifesting more situations to complain about. If you're grateful, you're going to manifest more situations and more circumstances to be grateful for. It's very simple. The law of attraction and the way the universe works is very simple. It's a science. It really is. And that's what drew it to me so much, because like, I was a very religious person, and then I became very, in college and undergrad, especially in grad school, is when I really started to wake up and be like, no, I need some facts. I need some facts to support that God exists. I need some facts to support this and that. And I was atheist for a little bit, because like, the Bible wasn't showing me the facts that I needed. But then I started to understand, when I got into spirituality, that and started looking into quantum physics and the law of attraction, and digging and doing my homework, that the facts are there. But we just have to understand that the factors that go into it, in terms of like faith and trust, and to me, faith is believing in the unseen, but it's also having a knowing and a trust in the process of quantum physics and the way the universe works. So it's not completely blind. It's not blind, because you know this process is very consistent. There are no flaws. It's like gravity. You drop something, it's gonna fall. The laws of the universe are just as consistent as that. And that's what my faith is based on. My faith is based on knowing that, just like gravity, the laws of the universe are going to come through every single time and deliver you what you're asking for, what you're thinking about, how you're feeling. Your life is a reflection of how you feel on the inside. So have faith and be appreciative of all the signs and synchronicities. If you think it's not meaningful, it is meaningful, because it's just showing you, hey, still here. Everything's still good. Keep tapping into your intuition. We'll tell you what to do next. Hey, we're still here. Like, and it's fun, and you can make it fun. And guess what? When things turn more fun, then you're going to continue to manifest more fun things and more great things into your life. The process is simple. You just have to trust and have faith. Have faith in the consistency of the universe. Have faith in the consistency of God, if you resonate with that type of language more. But yeah, that's my message for you guys on this Sunday. Usually I don't rant for that long, but I just felt like everything was flowing, so I'm just gonna let it flow. And that's the message they wanted you to hear today. The signs do mean something. And if you believe they mean something, that probably means you have a hell of a lot of faith. And that's a beautiful thing. And if you're grateful and excited, then you're going to bring more things into your life to continue to be more grateful and excited. So I love you guys, and I will upload this video for you here in a little bit. Have an awesome Sunday.